Hello, everyone. It is Soheil here with the nerd news for the week. We're going to start by talking about something that Nintendo America's president, Reggie Fils-Aimé, said. Labo is like nothing we've seen before.
Everybody loves Reggie Fils-Aimé. My body's ready.
My body's ready, too. He's also an android or robot or something.
Confessions, nerd news.
Nintendo says that the Labo combines the magic of a Nintendo Switch with the fun of DIY creations.
AKA cardboard?
AKA cardboard.
Absolutely.
When you were a kid. Or when you were a kid, you may have been playing with wood if you're maybe from the generation before us, which is the baby boomer generation. Nintendo Labo is released as an individual Labo Kits, each containing a set of pre-made cardboard cutouts and other materials used to make Toy-Cons, and a Nintendo Switch game card, which contains interactive instructions on how to assemble the Toy-Cons and software that the Toy-Cons can interact with. Once each Toy-Con is constructed, players insert the main Nintendo Switch display and or one or both of the Joy-Con controllers according to the instructions. For example, a piano Toy-Con can read the right Joy-Con controller's infrared sensor to identify notes being played, while the robotic Toy-Con use HD rumble from the Joy-Con controllers.
It's like a roaming robot.
Yeah, which are controlled via a touchscreen. Players can freely decorate the cardboard parts using coloring pens, tape, and other materials because it's cardboard.
Yeah.
While you could do whatever you want with cardboard.
It's got a rubber band holding the pedal.
I wonder if we're going to see people on the street playing this. While more experienced users can invent new ways to play with the Toy-Con.
Control it.
So you could also put weird stuff in the Toy-Con. Maybe you can build yourself a house and do something with your Toy-Con.
Well, it's all based around the game. So a lot of people right now are freaking out about, like Tommy's first reaction was, I'm paying $70 for a cardboard box, but $6 for a game, $10 for the box.
Right.
And you get to have a game that interacts with the cardboard, which is really cool, actually. I think.
But the box,
and you build it.
The box comes with the game.
And that's half the fun.
Right.
Yeah.
So that it box comes with the game, which is cool. But the thing is that how many boxes do I have to order? Like that bird one.
Yeah, how the hell does that work, though?
Yeah.
I don't understand the bird thing.
Like how many fucking boxes do I have in my house now? I'm fucking like a homeless person. All those like cardboard boxes that I bought to play games
This
with.
is what happens when all your budgeting goes to Joy-Cons.
And how pissed are you going to be though when you're putting it together and
those
you break the box?
See how those white things? That's what the Joy-Con's tracking, and that's how it knows what have you do in the game.
Right.
So I think that's pretty cool. It's pretty clever. I mean, they probably had this in mind doing the Joy-Con to begin with.
It's
because the only thing we use the camera on the Joy-Con for so far is I'm eating a hamburger.
Yeah, or a sandwich. Yeah.
Wait, do that one more time.
No, not done. So
I'm gonna fly in it.
That's all I'm doing.
But
So-
you can customize them.
Yeah, you can customize them. So the
The
two
things.
kits.
You'd think that they would make the box so that you don't waste box.
Yeah.
Just make the box.
Right.
The box that you use.
Right.
So here's the thing: how many people are going to just take this and then get like a
fake
chip
ones?
box and then just start cutting it up?
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to do that.
You can, but
I'm sure you'd be able to buy it's going to be cheap. It's $10, so it doesn't matter if you want to buy replacements.
It's not a price. It's not price heavy.
The robot one is the most expensive because you have all that moving parts. But
Wait.
What?
So you get the game,
right,
and then boxes sold separately.
Oh, that.
So
would
it's not like you have to
terribly.
I think it's gonna be
Right?
like Amiibos.
It's a kit.
Yeah, but it's just like one game. It's not like this house is a game. This clothing is another game.
No. I think it's all
one
The
game.
problem is it might be kind of like 1-2 Switch, the launch game. It's going to be a lot of mini games.
Yeah, it's a lot of mini games. So
Yeah.
my problem with we'll talk about this in a minute.
This is going to
two Labo kids
It's
have
top seller on Amazon right now.
This is already a top seller.
It's not going to fail.
It's
gonna
doing
fail.
real well. So
it's going to be just like 1-2 Switch.
Okay, Encore.
It's
Wait.
gonna fail.
It's not going to be like
It's
1-2
gonna
Switch.
fail.
Wait.
Look how complicated that shit looks.
Right.
These kids don't have patience to even go outside.
I would have loved to build this as a kid. I'm going to love to build this as an adult.
Okay, yeah, Legos are incredibly successful. This is just milking on the idea of Legos where you build stuff and then you actually get to play with
The
it.
problem here is that Tommy doesn't like to learn, so this is the problem that we have.
Yes. Information is Tommy's worst enemy.
No,
So here we
kids,
go.
kids love this shit. My
So-
nieces and nephews would eat this up because you get to build it and then you actually get to play with it, which
Right.
is before it's like you would have to build it and then it's just there. Now you have to build it and you're completely
the beauty
immersed
of this
in it.
is this is Nintendo's favorite thing.
Yeah, the
It's
closest we have to being able to play with toys so far is like Amiibos and the Lego. Even Lego has that kind of thing where you put it on a little pad and it enters the game.
Oh,
yeah,
remember
like
that
Disney
thing?
Infinity.
Yeah.
Is that still around or did that die?
Disney Infinity's
Disney
dead.
Infinity is dead.
Oh, that's so sad because they pushed that hard.
They did. The Banjo not Banjo-Kazooie. The
Oh, I used to love Banjo-Kazooie.
what's the character? The PlayStation character.
Skylanders.
Skylanders,
Oh, yeah.
and it was this is the same company that has the character
Spyro.
from
Spyro.
Spyro.
I
and have one more
love
character.
Spyro.
I would have
It's the
been
guy
way
from
more
PlayStation's beginning
happy
era.
if instead of
Spyro the
cardboard,
Dragon?
No,
it was Legos.
That's a little bit later on. The one from the beginning where he's like a wolf and he spins around.
I don't know.
Yes, you know.
Oh.
Crash.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yes,
Oh,
Crash
Wolf.
Bandicoot
He's a
is-
Bandicoot.
is in the game as well as Spyro. Right,
Wait,
the company
he's like
owns the
the
rights to that.
But is it the same thing where you have to buy the little figurine?
Yeah, same thing.
'Cause I'm sure. I think where Disney died on that too is that those
That-
figurines were so expensive.
They were the first ones that did it.
Yeah.
So they were the most successful, and they're still around. And then
Disney Infinity?
Infinity came
Oh.
into the picture, and then
Lego.
Nintendo got the Amiibo, and then Lego.
Yeah.
Lego's the one that's doing
Amiibos
well right
are still
now.
around because everybody loves their niche Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Disney failed.
So let me.
Well, because those figurines are so expensive, parents weren't going to be like, "Oh, let me buy you another one."
it's not just that.
I actually got like tons of them. Like they're like
God
$2 a
damn
pop.
it.
They're,
Oh, they were only $2.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like $30 each.
I think the reason why it didn't do well is because their programmers started to stop doing so well in the gaming. I think the games weren't that fun after a while.
Well, Disney killed
What did you even
all their
do?
gaming
Like,
companies.
What did you do in that game?
You basically played as a toy in your story.
I tried out with Ellie. It was actually kind of
fun.
enjoyable. Ellie, did you like it, Ellie?
Yeah, that's all right.
It's very kid oriented. I mean, like
Yeah,
there's some
for sure.
parts. There's the free roaming parts. It's kind of like Lego.
Yeah.
Do you know you play the Lego games, right?
Uh-huh.
But then there's parts where you're like flying a ship and shooting stuff,
Uh-huh.
and it's so terrible because you
Oh,
cannot fail.
no.
It's like really, really kid
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks.
friendly. Yeah.
Where like you're not doing anything,
Yeah,
but you're
the-
still not dying.
The free roam is fun because you can't really fail, but you're exploring and
Yeah.
finding stuff and
Yeah.
putting and figuring out little puzzles.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other parts are like way too easy.
I can imagine.
So let me talk about the kits here. Sorry to change you guys' mood.
No, you're good.
2 Labo kits have currently been announced for the launch on April 20th in North America, Australia, and Japan. And Europe is going to get it on April 27th, so 7 days later. An accessory set containing stencils, stickers, and tape will be available separately. So you want to buy some tape and stencils and stickers, you got to buy that separately. It does not come with a kit.
Just go to
the-
Michael's.
Lose
yeah.
color anyway.
You can
The
just-
stickers.
Who cares? Just paint it whatever you want. The variety kit contains 5 individual Toy-Cons, a remote-controlled car, where vibrations from the Joy-Con serve to provide momentum for steering the car, and the game software allows the player to control the car like a normal remote control vehicle using a controller itself.
It has to be on a flat surface.
So
though.
instead of just giving us a fucking wheel, they give us cardboard wheel.
Yeah, so
God.
It's not a wheel.
Damn
Look,
it.
it just goes off vibration. It looks like an
So,
insect.
Is that how it was moving? It was vibration.
Yeah.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, are there
it's
wheels?
It's like those
yeah,
insect.
no. See the Joy-Cons on either side vibrate, and that's what gives it the forward momentum.
There was a toy that came out like a long time ago called Insects,
This one here.
and then
Yeah.
it was what they moved around with its vibration. So you got a fishing rod where the Joy-Con sits in the reel and the handle in the rod. The game receives motion input
Question.
from the Joy-Con simulating the fishing game. Go ahead.
How much battery does that kill? Because
It's not gonna. It's just the same thing.
the
for it
same
to
as playing
constantly
any other
vibrate
game.
like a lot and do all that.
I mean, the thing
I would
is,
assume it takes more
honestly,
battery.
I think you would probably want to
a
play
little bit, nothing significant.
Anything you're playing with a Toy-Con, you're probably going to want to connect it to your TV screen anyway, because it's going to be not so fun to play it on the small screen.
Oh.
But you can still play it that way. I don't know how long the battery life is going to be.
It's the same kind of vibration that your cell phone has, so it's not any more battery than
Another
getting a lot
question.
of group texts.
I'm not talking about
The
that. I'm talking about the main screen. The main screen's gonna have like a short battery life.
the robot one, he had something on his head. Does that?
Yeah, it's the Joy-Cons. Wait, let me get into this. Let me
Will
finish
go
this.
to the robot one?
The robot one.
Can I talk about that one in a
a
second?
whole-
Just wait, Tommy. Let me get to the kit. And then you can go. The toy piano has a full octave of keys, so that's C to C. Console sets up atop of it serves as a music stand like this piano. You also have a motorbike with a Joy-Con insert, so the one that where the kid was like twisting it and driving it. And then you'll have a house containing a slot to insert different components that interact in the game software on a console display. So there's that. The robot kit also includes parts to. So there's a robot kit as well. It includes parts to make a mecha suit, which serves as with a visor that holds the Switch and a backpack that holds the Joy-Con.
That's when we have all the ropes
Yeah.
and the visor that comes in.
Wow.
So that Joy-Con is going to be held. The one with the sensor.
Yeah.
See. So go back a little bit and you'll get to see
It's
it.
right
There it is.
Go back a little bit more where he was about to put it on.
Oh, and then that's what the game looks like. IRL.
Oh, he's not even using. Go back and pause. Just pause.
There was like a hole over it, and then he had it on the TV.
Oh, I guess.
yeah,
it's
look,
to make it
look.
Feel
Oh,
like
for Christ's sake! Pause the.
I did.
Come
You
on!
Oh, and there's the thing in the back.
Joy-Con.
Oh, look, it's a joy sticking out of his ass.
I'm
No,
scared that-
it's not sticking. It's
It's on his
Do you know where the ass is?
Yeah, seriously.
Did you take an
That was a
ad?
trick question.
It's a trick. Tommy just likes
That's
ass.
the camera facing inside so it can see the little dots. So
Okay,
just
there
do
it
or
is.
the
Pause it.
punch.
Damn it.
Jesus,
Son of a bit. We all watched it. We all saw it. There's a hole in the
there it
visor.
is.
There
There's
it
a
is.
hole in
Thank
the visor.
God.
Why do you have to stare at it? I don't understand.
That-
I
we're
about
on
it.
it.
None of us are staring at the visor. All of us are staring below. So
Oh.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
a child, you pervert.
Wait, what's all that other shit he's got on his foot?
It's like ropes.
Don't
and
you understand?
things.
It makes the little dots move. So
Yeah,
when
for
you move your
suspension.
leg, the robot moves its leg.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I might actually get this
Oh,
one.
see.
Here we go.
Oh, there we
Now we turn.
But the
it.
rest-
There it is.
Now it's a
Tommy,
simple-
okay.
Tommy took in some information, and
Yeah.
now he understands.
But
Yeah.
the rest of them were garbage.
I mean,
I only want it because I want to feel like Iron Man. Okay,
I
I'm
want to.
gonna spray paint it all metallic.
but,
I know.
but
I
can
like
be
the
like-
piano one
by the
too.
way, it's all sold out. You'll never get one.
They're sold out
I'm just
already.
kidding. I'm just bothering Tommy.
No, well, you know what's going to happen is that
It's-
there's going to be companies that
It's
just like
really cheap to produce. It's not.
You know
like a
what's gonna
Switch,
happen?
so-
Literally.
You know
Yeah.
what's
That's what I was gonna say.
You know what's gonna
Anyways.
happen? I'm gonna get angry as I punch, and I'm gonna rip something, and I'm gonna get frustrated, and then I'm just gonna throw it, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh shit, the switch is in it."
or like yeah, or like one of these kids like mom's is going to be like all those boxes
What is
you had
this
lying around in
shit?
your room. I threw them away,
Yes.
and they're going to be like, "Mom, those are my toys."
Why are you collecting all these boxes?
Yeah.
You're moving out? All right. So basically, it goes in the visor. This allows the player to rampage around the virtual world, presenting as a console as the screen. Journalists noted similarities between the kit and the Project Giant Robot, a software title for Wii U that the players use motion sensing for the Wii U gamepad to control a giant robot and rampage through the city. Project Giant Robot was released during the E3 2014 to believe to be tied to Star Fox Zero, but
I
it was
remember that.
ultimately canceled by Nintendo.
Mm.
So while Nintendo has not confirmed any additional Toy-Con kits, journalists observed that Toy-Con configurations were shown in the announced trailer, suggesting that additional kits may be available at a later date.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? I think it's kind of cool.
I thought it was really cool. Yeah.
I already pre-ordered mine.
Really?
I bought
Yeah.
both.
You already pre-ordered
No,
both?
I was just kidding. I
Oh.
bought the robot one.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Tommy didn't buy any.
I got both, but like I pre-ordered both. But I'm the most excited for the toy one, I think, because I want to play the piano and I want to see the little vibration thing moving around.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
do.
like how each individual thing has.
You
a
like
purpose.
threw $120 now?
The only thing I'm worried about with this is how greasy
He's
the cardboard's
rich.
going to get. Because I'm going to be like using that fishing rod and getting
That's
all
what I'm
excited.
thinking. It's gonna
my
start
hands are going to
ripping,
get
yeah.
sweaty and then
Yeah.
it's going to get all weird.
You're gonna be
Dude, you're gonna
pizza and
start
get all
you're
grimy.
You're gonna start seeing people put like tape and
then they're gonna
all
have
over
That's
this.
what. Yeah. You're gonna have
That's
to, like,
I think this is what they're planning because once you get all sweaty and stuff, you got to get
you're
that
gonna fuck it up.
Nintendo
Yeah.
tape to cover it up.
I think the thing that's going to
Nintendo
happen.
tape.
Or you could just make stencils out of existing cardboard that you have around your house.
How about the kid that like doesn't know how to put shit together and is
Hi,
not
Dalton.
artistically
Yeah,
inclined, and
that-
they rip the box in half, like $79. You can't play the game.
Yeah, there's gonna be that kid that's like, Dad, you do this. I don't want to worry about this.
Yes. So
Dalton says hi. Everybody say hi, Dalton.
Hi, Dalton.
So the thing that happens here that I thought was really weird, is which is really cool, is that
I'm sorry, Dallin.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Dallin.
I read it wrong.
Is it Dylan?
Dallin.
So,
Embarrassing.
so one thing I want to say is that this is a perfect game system for Nintendo because it's low investment cost,
Yeah.
and you get a very weird games that are really simple to make, and that's all you need. And you could sell cardboard to kids for
I'll give
$10.
him. I'll give
Really
him credit. This is. I've never seen anyone do this kind of shit.
Really bad
I'm
for the
pretty sure
environment, though.
Everyone else is like, "Holy crap! These guys just sold cardboard."
Yeah, they made
That's so true.
printing money.
It's really creative.
Like these
Yeah.
sons of bitches sold dude, Lego is pissed right now.
So
their sales are gonna go down.
I'm sure Lego's going to come out with
Well,
something
yeah,
like this.
next what Lego's going to do is be like, the box that your toys just came in, now you could build a house for your Lego.
Oh,
You
figure.
can connect your Lego to the TV.
or
You know that robot one, though?
Yeah.
What if it's like obviously we're adults. What if it's small?
Oh, like the ropes aren't
Yeah.
that long.
yeah,
enough?
like, and then it's like on one step
I
to
have a-
snap, and you're
I
like,
have a feeling
oh.
maybe you can stretch it out. I don't know.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
we'll
people
see.
are gonna like.
Or
get
what
smart.
happens? What happens if you break like one rubber band and you don't have no rubber bands?
Hopefully they're just like normal.
You're gonna
rubber
feel like
bands.
Iron Man.
And
You
in
like
related
makeshift.
news, the rubber band market just skyrocketed.
Right. But I think the best thing about this is that it's cheap and it's going to probably be fun. But do you think it's going to last long? I don't know. We'll see what happens when Nintendo does it support it or not. I mean, will it continue it if people make fun of it? We'll see what happens.
Do I see this like existing 10 years from now? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
Do I see it being very successful in the immediate future?
Mm-mm.
probably.
Oh yeah, for right
Just
now,
like the
yes.
Wii.
Yeah.
I think that Lego will make little Lego kits that you can buy and you can put it and attach it to your Joy-Con. But anyway, next story. Let's do it. Childish Gambino inks a new record deal with RCA. So, Childish Gambino has signed another record deal with people people are going nuts online, basically. Looks like from the reports that Childish Gambino or Donald Glover, whatever you want to call him, Orlando as I call him, has signed another record deal with RCA. From his previous interviews, he said that there's nothing worse. Basically, he never wanted to make music again. So he basically said there's nothing worse than third sequel, like a third movie where you're like, oh my God, again. Basically, he said, I like it when something's good, and when it comes back, there's a reason to come back. There's a reason to do that. Then, well, now we see that he's leading. The reason it might be for him is that he's leading the Grammy nominations and for 2018. So what do you guys think? You guys happy he's coming back? I like Redbone, personally. That's a great song.
I honestly have no idea who he is.
Oh, he's a hip-hop artist.
He's a hip-hop
I don't
artist. He's
know.
also in Community the Show, and he's going to be Lando Calrissian in the next Han Solo movie.
I don't know what you just said.
He's going to play Lando Calrissian.
Do you think he's going to be a good Lando?
Oh.
Huh?
Do you think he's going to be a good Lando?
I think he'll be fine. He was okay in the Spider-Man movie.
All right.
What Spider-Man movie was he in?
Yeah.
He was in
Homecoming?
Homecoming, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't watch it.
What did he play?
He was the brother of Miles.
He was remember, he was like, my brother, something, and his brother is Miles, the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, the future Spider-Man.
The future Spider-Man takes over once Peter Parker's gone.
It's true.
Wow, I'm blank. I don't know.
Wow.
I suck.
Yeah,
I don't
man,
know.
you
He
guys
was in a
don't have
parking
nothing.
garage and like its hand got stuck with a spider web.
Right.
That's
He's
the
like,
only
really?
reason, that's the only reason his character is memorable to me, though. Because he was just like in a parking garage for like 5 seconds talking to Peter Parker.
Right.
That's it.
So,
Well, I compare the Childish Gambino to Frank Ocean, where they don't deliver consistently, but when they do deliver, it's really strong.
yeah,
You mean like Nerd Confessions?
yes.
Anyway,
So
so I think what he's onto is good. I mean, his music is always really strong. He has a really strong following, and obviously, if he gets the respect from the Grammy
side.
people,
I think he's much more talented than what we have in the rap game currently.
But
with-
would you consider him rap?
No, I would consider him in the same genre of soul music /
Yeah,
all this other
R&B.
stuff, R&B.
Yeah.
I just think the thing that I have a problem with is the current game that is out there with people like Gucci Gang.
It's a lot of mumble rapping. Yeah,
my
right
God.
now, like the trend is mumble rapping.
I hate that song.
Yeah, but I feel like Childish Gambino, Frank Ocean, they're all starting this uprising of
real music.
more like soul R&B coming in. Have you heard of SZA?
No, but it sounds
Listen
like
to SZA. She's a female singer. She's the highest nominated woman at the Grammys this year. It's her first album. She was homeless a year and a half ago. Well, it's her second album, but it's incredible.
Sounds-
and she's getting.
So with all these singers
She's
being
really
homeless,
smooth.
Ed Sheeran
She's
was-
really
Gotta start
R&B.
somewhere.
You would like her a lot.
Your passionate singer has to
why can't somebody be rich and
Yeah,
get
somewhere
like
from the ground up.
passion singer?
Yep.
Start it from the bottom.
Let's go back to the docs. I need that Twitter pic. Looks like Bungie has a faux pas with its Destiny 2, with all the rumblings that Bungie is not being transparent with the information that it's releasing. It has been revealed that rally tokens and currency through which players can increase their standing in the chosen faction have been capped, but in a recent update without telling players. It looks like it's been leading to an apology of sorts from Chris Barrett saying, going forward, we'll strive for communicate any changes to reward or experience before they go live.
So you're talking about Destiny 2 and this controversy about the
rally tokens.
Rally tokens. Yeah, so it kind of sucks, but I mean, I think it's really Activision's fault. The end game is you level.
Mm-hmm.
Every level you get a mystery package. You can either pay for the mystery package or you just get it by leveling. So they have this system set out where we don't want people to like totally find a glitch and get tons of XP. So we're gonna make it so that after
there was
this,
a glitch.
you don't get it anymore. And then that was their solution. So now instead of that, they're making it so instead of making it after so many, it cuts off. They'll just make it in general. It takes so much more XP to do it.
Yeah,
that was their other solution.
So what happened
and now,
was,
because of this, it's either way they're screwed. Both the choices they made.
People found out something where you can go to one location to another location, open some things. That's it for that news. I thought maybe you guys wanted to know that one. That was pretty interesting for William. But let's do the next one. PUBG has looked into cheating, and according to its last devlog, we go down, it's pretty big. We quote, After PC 1.0 launch, the highest priority has been given to ensure a fair and competitive environment by combating cheating and decreasing the amount of where did my thing go? It's moving around.
Are you reading off of this thing that's right in front of us?
No. I actually summarized it. Oh, yeah, there's decreasing the amount of users as well as address any optimization and stability issues, creating a more enjoyable environment. We recently discovered
just read that entire
yes. I said, and I quote, we recently discovered the new pattern of cheats in action. This week, we performed a thorough gameplay review of 10 million players and completed analysis of tens of millions of data logs.
I can imagine there's tons of cheaters because it's China that are the major.
God damn!
They're the cheaters?
They're the major makeup of
the PUBG game
gameplay, the game base.
Yeah,
and there's notably China's like renowned for the amount of cheating that they have.
Yeah,
out there.
well, there's 100,000 instances of new pattern-related using of cheating, and now we have confirmed it was clearly an attempt to compromise our game. These players will be permanently banned.
Oh no!
In a single wave. This is an example of additional measures we will be taken on top of basic detection systems in place. We will continue to check the data logs, even if it means anti-cheating team has to filter through hundreds of billions of data logs manually. In addition, we're looking into adopting a new solution for detect, ban more cheaters, and we have continuously strengthened our security systems. Blah blah.
But what
blah,
if I'm
blah.
just good?
They have also set an
Banned.
update. Well, that's not going to be part of it because if you're really good, then they don't have anything going on in the background.
You're so good, everyone says you're a cheater.
So if you remember early days of Counter-Strike, people will be like turning a corner, all of a sudden it would snap from the middle of the body to the head. That's how you knew they were a cheater because they're like looking and then they're like
lock on
and lock onto the head.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the early of aimbot, but now it's really difficult to use it.
But what I hate on Counter-Strike is there was a cheat to see through walls, so they knew exactly where you're coming from. I hated
Spinbot.
So it wasn't Spinbot. It was the one where you could
Spinbot you can shoot through the walls. And
if
shit.
you switch between like right clicking through a zoom mode to a knife.
You son of a bitch.
So this
I never used it. I knew some Chinese.
yeah.
I knew some Chinese who did.
This is me sounding completely ignorant, but don't the developers like put the cheats into the game?
No,
on PC it's really easy to cheat because
you could just code it in yourself.
It's a PC, so they have memory in the operating system that you can talk to, right? So it sits in the RAM. You can talk to that RAM.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing with these. It's called a trainer. And it talks to that RAM while the game is running.
Okay.
So you can't do that on a console.
Yeah.
Because the console is not.
But
running
when it's a video game on a
system.
console, then yes, the developers put the cheat codes into there. Like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto, the developers are like, we're going to put these codes in
sometimes
there.
on PC games they do too.
Yeah.
But
you
it's an
break-
incentive. You can unlock it.
Yeah.
Kind of a
Got
thing.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like big head
Wow,
mode.
that's
so
so
you
interesting.
enjoy it more.
Yeah.
But I applaud those people that can do the cheat codes.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Why
hard
would you
work.
applaud that?
Did anybody
it's
watch
one smart person and that shares it with everybody, and then all the dumb people are doing
Did
it?
anybody watch
Okay.
Black Mirror
He's absolutely
season 4?
no.
No.
Nobody, none of you guys watched Black
Not
Mirror
yet.
season 4? My
I watched
God.
Black Mirror season 4. What are you talking about?
Episode 1?
I love that episode.
That was like a kind of like what we're talking about now, where like he just took the game and then like just turned it into his own thing, and it was like a fucked up.
Oh yeah, he
I
talked
love
about
it.
it.
He had his own little sub server.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it was
I told
so
Soheil to
weird.
watch this because it's
You
so
have
good.
to watch it. It's ridiculous.
So much going on.
Okay.
In my life.
No more excuses. Watch that.
there-
I'm just gonna say
It
it's
sounded
like
like
The Sims.
a low key midlife crisis. Just
You're gonna say
can
what?
cheat- you can do a lot of cheating things in The Sims. I mean, that's not
I used to.
Like take
let
away
her rip.
take away the censoring when they're taking baths and taking
Yes.
poops.
Oh my God! When I was 13
Oh,
years
you did
old,
that?
When I was 13 years old, I was so into that. I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I'm
Let's see what
naked. I'm
happens."
naked."
You know, I did on The Sims 4. I was able to break into the game coding from the coding side and find items I needed to find. Like I need to find some plant to make some kind of.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was all over.
I was like, I hated that shit. I was like, I don't need to find these plants. Stupid. I have to walk around this neighborhood to find a plant. F that. I'm gonna plant that in my backyard.
God, The Sims was
Found
so
the code
weird.
and dropped it in. Anyway,
This is really weird.
so they added.
you
I've never played Sims.
I would spend like 20 hours a day living my life through a video game when
Yeah.
I could just go outside.
Yeah.
exactly.
Second Life. Blue zone balance adjustment. Also, they had a slight decrease on waiting time for the blue zones in the mid to late phase. So they did some changes. These changes will be tested for several days, by the way. It will be tested further and making changes to the above based on your feedback and play data. They said, please let us know what you guys feel. So they're just really testing the waters. My question to everyone here is, what do you guys think about permanent banning?
I think they're just going to create another account and go back in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Oh, that's a thing that could
Unless they do it by IP.
by IP address. Yeah.
IP address. Or they could do it by...
They could still get around that with
But
like
can't they
Tunnel
just
Bear or
change their
something.
IP address?
Too
What
hard.
happens if they ban your Steam account? If you ban your Steam account because your
That'd be
Steam
sad.
account
Dude,
is...
dude, let me tell you something. Steam accounts, they just buy it straight off from Russia. That's how they were doing it.
Okay, you just got deep there.
Okay, I understand.
No,
but
I'm serious.
I get that, but you
Tom is
can't...
hard-
Like
Hardcore
I
that cheating
played,
shit.
I played with a bunch of people who were like straight up cheaters and hackers, and all they all had like 30 Steam. I'm like, aren't you worried like if your account gets banned? They're like, who cares? Some dude got banned. He was on the next goddamn morning. I was like, how the fuck did you get on? He's like, Russian account.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, they have
You listen
tons
to-
of them.
The funny thing about you is you listen to stupid people online that tell you they got banned.
The guy was online. How the hell do you explain that?
But then you're like, listen to them. You're like, yeah, I got banned. I have Russian accounts, hundreds of them. You're like a little kid.
They're trying to sell me that
Like a little
shit.
kid you're talking to.
Yeah, I got my account from Russia.
You know, Russian
Mom, I
Hey,
told you to take the crust
I'm
off
telling
my
you now,
sandwich.
It was a grown ass man.
grown ass man.
I
It
don't
was a
know.
grown ass man.
Maybe he
I feel
was
like
using
it's
a mod
too-
on his voice to make him sound adult.
Yeah.
Ah,
Besides, it's not hard to make a fucking Steam account.
I feel like it's too
Yeah, but
extreme
you're
to
s-
ban.
I think it's great that they're banning cheaters because cheaters that play online on
You know why? Because this is what a
need to
Chinese
go.
guy told me.
Oh,
He told me a lot of the games are
yeah.
super cheap in like China and shit. And so what they do is they just open a bunch of Steam accounts and they buy the same game for like a ton of different Steam accounts, and then they just sell that account with the game on it.
So
And
they're
people
already
buy it
using,
for like
This is
$30.
so weird.
that means they're using Tunnel Bear because they say I'm in China, so I can buy this game from China.
No, they're
Who
actually
has that
in
kind of
they're
time?
in China. Like
Wait, they live in China?
they live in China.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like I was talking about who's in China. I can
thought-
hear his
I thought
mom
this was-
yelling
My
at him in the
plan is
background.
foiled.
No.
First of all, Tommy's communicating to someone in China. Second of all, how did you understand them? Anyway, moving on.
Google Translate,
Yeah,
baby. That's
bull
hard.
stop,
I swear to
bull-
God.
bull
Okay,
stop.
whatever.
Stop lying.
No.
Nah, you
Google
liar.
Translate control changes hot to sex all the
Wow.
time in Chinese. Okay, go ahead.
How do you know that?
They're kind of
I just know.
interchangeable.
Who have you been trying to talk to?
Ken Watanabe joins Ryan Reynolds in the Pokemon movie Detective Pikachu. Ken Watanabe joined Ryan Reynolds in a Detective
This is
Pikachu Legendary Entertainment live action movie Pokemon
Look at his
movie.
face. He's just like, I can't wait to be in this movie.
In addition,
Pikachu.
in addition, Ryan Reynolds and Watanabe, who will slip in the role of specifically created for the movie, joins Justice Smith, who will be an up-and-coming Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Big Little Lies
Oh, Big Little Lies
actress
is so good.
Catherine Newton in the movie based on the gaming franchise. Watanabe's work is well known for Godzilla, and also he's done upcoming sequel Godzilla King of Monsters. The actor is also nominated for the Oscar for his work on The Last Samurai, which I love.
Love The Last Samurai.
Detective.
I
if
don't
you
like
wanna-
Tom Cruise.
If you don't-
Wait. There's a Godzilla sequel coming?
yeah, Godzilla King of Monsters.
Holy shit,
There's
balls.
always a Godzilla.
There's
movie
always a
coming out.
Godzilla movie. Yeah,
that
it's like,
last one was great.
it's like in the 10 Commandments. It's like thou shalt
When,
not
when do you think the
steal,
last Godzilla
don't
movie
commit
was?
adultery.
like 5 years ago, wasn't it?
No,
Like 2 years ago.
in Japan it was just like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Come out really soon though.
you only know
The
watch
one with
American
Bryan
ones?
Cranston in it and
That
everything?
that was in 2015.
That was a different one.
Wait,
That's-
people are
that's Americanized Godzilla.
I love that one.
That's not even
that
real.
was
Godzilla.
so good. I don't give a fuck about the...
the last Godzilla movie I watched was the one in like the early 2000s, late 90s.
Oh, you're talking about the one
That's
with
the American one?
with Matthew
Yeah.
Broderick?
the one with Matthew Broderick.
Dude,
Yeah.
I still like that goddamn
That's
movie.
a lot of fish.
You're talking about the one where he looked like a
Okay, but wait,
T-Rex.
scroll down a second. That face Pikachu's making would be the same face I make if I got to work with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
Just like,
why?
oh.
Have you seen Detective Pikachu yet?
The
It's so
film?
He's
it's
so
so
funny.
we've It's a game.
No,
And
I've not. I feel like
Pikachu
I've seen a
about
trailer, but
Pikachu actually talks.
yeah. Oh, yes, I have seen it. Yeah.
It's so weird.
He
He has
sounds
like
like
such
a
a
little
And it was
voice.
introduced in that one Pikachu movie, like at the or Pokemon movie, where at the very end he like just out of nowhere starts talking, right?
Ryan
Spanish.
Like his voice overall.
I don't remember that.
I'll show you a video.
Reynolds.
Ooh, Ryan Reynolds.
So it's the time.
So, Detective Pikachu is an adventure game developed by Creatures Inc. and published by Pokemon Company for the Nintendo DS, 3DS. The game is a spin-off of Pokemon franchise, which players work with a talking Pikachu to solve mysteries. It was released in Japan February 2016 due to its release worldwide March of 2018, and the film adaptation will be produced by Legendary Entertainment and released in May 2019.
Sorry I'm late. Come on, let's go.
No.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Tim, don't tell me you can use this guy for me.
Is that his voice?
Yes.
I hate it so much.
It's like Danny
You're
DeVito
saying you
almost.
revealed it.
Is it Danny DeVito?
No,
Just a detective.
it sounds like it's like
I'm
an
a
impression.
great detective. Detective Pikachu. Bolts of brilliance.
Wait, no,
Why? Why, you guys? Okay,
not
wait.
him.
What
Did he
is
say
the-
bolts
hold on.
of brilliance?
Yes.
I'm done.
It's going to be good. Stop. Ken Watanabe's great. So is Ryan Reynolds, and so will the other two people.
this is the.
Can you
game to
imagine
watch
like Deadpool humor coming out in Pikachu? That shit would be funny.
All right, next bit of news. Everyone's gonna love this. This is bonus news, everyone. Bonus.
bonus news. Let's go.
So Guillermo del Toro's dark fantasy film, The Shape of Water,
13 nominations.
leads
Wow.
with 13 Oscar nods in various categories, including
Yeah.
Best Picture, Best Director, and acting nominations for Sally Hawkins and supporting cast member Richard Jenkins and
Wow.
Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer, yep.
Yeah, the film was.
Who's that?
What is that?
I know it's some kid. Okay, I'm no.
Whoa,
Reaction
whoa,
video to the
whoa.
fucking
Anyways,
Oscar
that's
nominations.
amazing. I thought the movie was great, but I didn't think it was going to do this well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was just so original that
Yeah.
they were like, you know what, this is what filmmaking is, because every inch of this film is
It's
just-
artistic.
It's filmmaking.
It's just-
I love the
Yeah.
film. I
Yeah.
love noir, and it was so noir.
It was
That
beautiful.
was great.
It was like just whimsical and incredible, and like everything
It
about
got
it.
a little corny at points, but it was
Yeah.
good.
The dancing scene.
The dancing
The
scene.
dancing scene was
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
The sex scene was
The
a little
sex scene
weird.
was necessary.
It was a
If
little
you're gonna
weird.
give me a movie about bestiality, I want to be. I
There's
want to
no
see
way
some
that
bestiality.
room held all that water.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
the entire time that I was watching it, I was like, water damage, water damage, water damage, water damage, water
What
damage,
was that
flood
thing?
insurance, flood insurance, flood insurance. Yeah, where she was like, I wish they would have shown it though. Could you imagine if like it was just super bad and
It
just
was
like
just
slaps on his thigh?
No.
And she's like, oh. No, that movie
Slaps on
was
his thigh.
beautiful.
So, given the Academy's historic aversion to this genre of films, which is horror, The Shape of Water isn't the favorite.
Shape of
to
Water
take-
would be considered
It's-
horror.
I wouldn't consider it horror.
No.
but that's what they put it as. The Oscar of any, basically, it's still not the favorite to take home of any of the major categories, but it could do well in the technical categories.
Yeah,
In its absence of the visual effects and makeup category is conspicuous, though. So the visual effects have Star Wars in it, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
and Beauty and the Beast.
and Beauty and the Beast.
Wow.
The only
So-
scary
That was
part
pretty
of the
good.
movie
There was
the
pretty good
fingers.
visuals in Beauty and the
That's the
Beast. I
scariest
gotta
part.
give it.
You know who's nominated for Best Song and Best Animated Feature?
Coco.
Coco,
Yes.
There you go.
Did you see Baby Driver?
Yeah.
I love
That's
Baby Driver.
nominated for an Academy
It
Award.
should.
Nice.
It should
For
get
like
one.
You don't think
best
it deserves
editing
it?
or something.
You don't
What?
think it deserves
I've never
it?
watched it. I was
It's
not
amazing,
interested.
to
dude. You gotta
watch
watch it.
That's
It's
what everyone
really
keeps
good.
telling me, but I'm like just
I'm
not
no, I'm
interested.
serious.
By the way,
Come on,
you'll
just
like
give it
it.
a chance.
I just want.
I watched the trailer. I was like, "What is this? Why
Yeah, I
do people
didn't
want
like
to watch
the
this?" But then I
trailer, and
saw
I was
how
like,
well it
Oh,
was reviewed,
okay,
and I
so
was
then I
like,
should
"Oh
watch
my
it.
god, this
Okay.
is like so good."
I'll give it a
You'll
chance.
be
I didn't think I'd like it. I
You'll be
wouldn't-
especially
skeptical.
happy at the end.
If
of it.
anything, the one movie that I definitely feel the reason I'm on this podcast is to let the world know that Lady Bird needs to win Best Picture because that movie isn't. Did you guys watch
Like,
Lady Bird?
No.
You didn't watch Lady Bird?
No.
Do yourself a favor, go watch Lady Bird. All of you go watch Lady Bird. It's perfect. Greta Gerwig wrote and directed it. Female director and writer. She's also nominated for Best Director. And so a lot of people think Three Billboards is going to do great with the Best Picture nomination for the Academy Awards. But the director of Three Billboards did not get nominated for Best Director.
I haven't seen anything about Lady Bird.
It's how have you not seen anything about Lady Bird? It's a coming of age story about this girl who is being raised in a small town outside of, or a small town. She's being raised in Sacramento. She doesn't feel like she belongs. Yeah.
oh shit! She
And
just-
so she doesn't feel like she belongs. She feels like an outcast. She goes to an all-girls Catholic school. She feels the need that she doesn't fit in. I need to move to New York. So her whole story is like her challenge of being poor, growing up in Sacramento, feeling like she doesn't belong. It's set in 2002. So it was the first recession that hits. So her dad loses their job. They're really poor. It's just such a beautiful movie. It was honestly, they mentioned September 11th a couple times
Yeah.
because it was right after that.
I'll give Lady Bird a chance if you give Baby Driver a chance.
I will absolutely 1000% give Baby Bird.
I like
Baby
Bird.
Bird.
Baby Bird
Baby
a chance.
Driver.
Baby Bird.
You're gonna honestly go watch Lady Bird tomorrow. Wait, no, what's today? Go watch it this weekend before the Academy Awards, and you will see why I think this movie needs to win Best Picture.
I could see it. Let's see how it goes.
It won Best Drama at the Golden Globes, so.
Thank you for joining us this week. For this edition of Nerd News, I have one question for you. How far would you like to see games banning players for cheating? Complete ban online or timeout for a while? What do you guys think?
I think they should do what they were going to do in Korea and give them freaking jail time.
Cut their dicks off.
I
Cut
think
their
Did
dicks off.
that?
Yeah, remember they're
I think
going
they
to
should
make
just
it
like
illegal
blow up
to
their
cheat.
computers.
Cut their dicks
while
off.
they're on it.
In Korea, they wanted to make it illegal to cheat in StarCraft.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's a thing?
Surprised
That's a
Singapore
thing.
hasn't
What
done
else do they have to
something.
worry about in Korea? I feel like there's bigger fish to
Wait,
fry
how the hell-
than like, oh, let's send him to jail for
Yeah.
cheating on
How do you
Pokemon
cheat
Go.
in StarCraft?
You basically get like more resources each time you.
Could you imagine being that guy in the jail yard though? Like, what do they
The
got
same
you
way you
in
cheat in
for?
Counter-Strike.
I cheated on Tetris. Oh man. Oh, and suddenly he's like the jail
This
yard.
dude
pimp.
is like absolutely
Wait a minute,
unbelievable,
what did you
man.
cheat on? Oh, I put a little more resources in my sim account.
I
My
got more minerals.
simoleons.
Oh, I
got
just-
50 million.
I
I
just
used
couldn't wait for that
Rosebud too many
new
times.
ficus. I needed that new ficus in that
Oh.
indoor pool.
I messed up. I did it bad.
Also, did you guys watch I, Tonya?
No, I've been wanting to
Oh,
watch
go
that
watch it. I,
one.
Tonya is
good?
incredible. Not as good as Lady Bird, but
This is
incredible.
let us know in the comments below what you guys think about cheating. And please hit that like button and subscribe so you can get
I think
regular
they should blow up their
updates
computers.
to Nerd News and Nerd Confessions.
Love the computer.
Nerd
Over
news
and
every
out.
week.